quantum neuromorphic artificial intelligence platforms. The objective is to cover the following topics: cognitive ability of the nervous system, neurons, dendrites, and synapses, neuromorphic architectures, and deep learning science engineering paradigm. This segment of the presentation will illustrate how to build a deep neural net choosing a number of layers and neurons with deep, densely connected networking strategies. The artificial intelligence multi-layer is composed of input node layers, hidden node layers, and output node layers. They specifically integrate the inputs and feeds the information to the outputs. These neural nets have gotten really complex, and you can create with software mathematical algorithms. The human brain is made of the neuron nucleus, the cell body and dendrites, the axon, the telodendria, and synaptic terminals. There are 1 trillion connections. So the idea with artificial intelligence in deep learning and machine learning is to simulate this environment. Computational neuroscience is a branch of neuroscience which employs mathematical models, theoretical analysis, and abstractions of the brain to understand the principles that govern the development, structure, and cognitive abilities of the nervous system. Feed-forward neural network. As a neuron model, each neuron calculates the weighted sum of its inputs plus a bias, then computes an activation value and sends this value to the next layer of neurons. Each neuron of the previous layer is connected with a certain weight, and these weights start random and are learned during training. A trained neural net is equal to the structure plus learned weights. Also, artificial intelligence forms part of the cognitive engineering science, which is the scientific study of the mind and its processes. It examines the nature, tasks, and function of cognition. These neuromorphic architectures model in silicon the massive parallel way the brain processes information, as billions of neurons and trillions of synapses respond to sensory inputs such as visual and auditory stimuli. Those neurons also change how they connect with each other in response to changing images, sounds, and the like. That is the process we call learning. These architectures, which incorporate brain-inspired models called neural networks, do the same. That is why I have created this neuromorphic architecture / platform. It is physically building the circuitry, that is the neuron structure of artificial neural networks, directly onto the platform. Since the neurons are physically transistors, they are electrical components. They use less power than software networks, which have to simulate the entire neural network. Neuromorphic engineering science is based on two principles, that is, neuromorphic modeling and neuromorphic computation. The neuromorphic modeling, reproducing neurophysiological phenomena to increase our understanding of the nervous system, and neuromorphic computation, using a subset of neuronal properties to build neuron-like computing hardware. That is the platform that I am presenting in this video. Deep learning in artificial intelligence. Each level learns to transform its input data into a more abstract representation. For instance, in an image recognition application, the raw input may be a matrix of pixels. Deep science engineering platform has machine perception, allows the computer to use the sensory inputs as well as conventional computational means of gathering information, to gather information with greater accuracy and to present it in a way that is user-friendly. This could include vision, imaging, machine hearing, and machine touch. Much of the action in the brain is not in the neuron cell, but in the synapse. This junction where the output signal from one neuron is coupled into the input of the next neuron. Thus, synapses are also complex in their full biological detail. However, their characteristics have been abstracted into various mathematical formulations that capture the function of the synapse with varying degrees of biological instance. These models attempt to capture synaptic plasticity, whereas the efficacy of the synapse is adjusted to allow the network to learn the statistics of inputs, and in some case structural plasticity, where the neurons wire to form new synapses to store more permanent memories.